I am so
Are you
proud
nervous,
of
Mom?
you. Not at all.
Look at me. I'm in the driver's seat. First time since February 2023. I'm going to back out and go down the road probably.
I am so proud of you.
Thank you. I feel confident.
Yeah, you don't seem nervous, though. I'm not either. I've been the one that's
encouraging
you.
Yeah, I know. You've been.
Mm-mm. I have complete confidence in you.
Good, because your car's right there.
Oh, well. I didn't think about that. Don't say anything that makes me nervous.
I'm going to go around the cul-de-sac first.
Okay.
Because that's turning around. So if
Yeah.
that makes me spinny, then I'm not going to go down.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a good test.
I like your hair, by the way.
I feel like I'm trying not to cry.
Oh.
There's a car coming.
Maybe they're looking at the neighborhood.
I don't feel spinny at all.
Good.
Okay, I'm going to back out. I'm going slow. I feel very comfortable.
Look at this.
This feels very surreal.
It's awesome. Well, I have it on camera.
How comfortable do you feel me driving to that church and back?
Very comfortable.
Okay, I felt comfortable too. We'll see when I stop. Like, I'll stop and take stock, but...
Here we go. Look at this.
I don't want to get emotional while I'm driving. I can tell when I'm turning my head, like it's...
Yeah, well, slowly. I mean, it's a good thing that because it's rained really hard and those blossoms are still on the trees. Mm-hmm. Wowzer.
I mean, there's nobody on the road either, so... This is a good way for me to practice because I have to use my eyes a lot.
Yeah, that's a good testing. Yeah.
Normally use them. So.
Right. That's what Linda she goes, who would have thought that moving your eyes around, she must have seen the exercises you were doing.
Oh, yeah. Apparently there's like an ocular reflex, and that's what it is working.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to stop once I've turned around, give things a chance to, because as I'm driving, I can tell I'm like, oh, yeah, this is challenging me.
Good. So Kelly went to the church and she's going back.
When I first started driving back in 2020, remember it had been years since I had driven, like since 2012 or something. This is where I drove the first time. I drove by myself, but before. Yeah, it was on the way home from that. Talking and turning and driving. I'm glad it's not super sunny because then there's no shadows that I have to deal with, because that's another thing. This is good then. This was a good day. Thanks for encouraging me to do it and like supporting me, Mom. I really appreciate that. It helps a lot that
I was trying.
Me,
I do. I was trying not to push you.
Oh my gosh.
Yay. Now this is going to be a little different light, but you didn't have the problem with the light going out.
I don't have that as much anymore. Right?
Good. Yay. Good job.
Yay. Thank you. I just drove for the first time, and I think I felt so beat up from my week that it's hard for me to emotionally connect to it. I'm really happy. I really thought the first time I drove I would cry, and I just didn't. And at first I thought it was like, okay, I need to stay okay emotionally so that I'm not driving through tears and emotion, but I'm just really exhausted physically. I have a migraine. It's not as bad as it was. He is soaking wet because he's been rolling in this grass. I think I'm just emotionally run through, and it's very hard for me to connect with the win of being able to drive that distance. I did feel a little disoriented once we got to the church and came back, but I wasn't unsafe to drive. I would have had my mom drive back. And so I think the next time Mom and I make that drive, it'll be even better. I called my dad when I got home to let him know that I drove. I think probably what will be the most emotional is when the driving means that I can be independent. I think making my first drive somewhere independently, but that will be a while from now. Any time I drive, it will be with one of my parents. I hope that eventually I'll be able to drive further, but it's just gonna take time. Hi. It's just I have my ball. Whoa! I was looking the other way when I stood up, and he was in front of me, and I ran into him. I do feel a little bit more unsettled. I used to say I feel like I'm on a boat all the time. It's like feeling like your feet aren't grounded into the floor. I don't usually have that feeling at home, that I don't feel grounded. But I'm having that feeling right now. It's just my brain learning, and it's exciting. It's exciting to test it. It doesn't feel great that it doesn't feel great, but it's exciting to test how my brain is doing. But I'm going to stop talking because I don't want to make myself fall. I'm feeling a lot more disoriented than I was. Overall, it went well. I'm happy for every step, and I am really happy for this step. Yeah, I'm feeling woozy, but I'll like take a nap, and I'll feel much better after the nap. My vestibular system, my brain is like, whoa, you just really challenged us. My brain is like, I think we need a little bit of a break now.
You are not alone in this world. You are not alone. You are not alone in this world. You are not